this the top of this, the top piece, if you look at this, it's all
Very
a
nice.
fucking barn,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
all,
What's the basic wood you use on the guitar?
this one's mostly the top and the whole neck is maple.
Maple. Okay, very nice.
This is birch, the back, and then all this is birch.
Yeah.
This one, the top piece it's over a half an inch thick, so
I love that sort of Southwest is what it reminds me of.
so it's kind of like a violin inspired thing, but
Okay.
but this one's totally hollow.
Yeah.
The other ones that I've done, I mean, there's a piece that's solid all the way through here.
Yeah.
From the top of where the pickup goes, this is all solid, but
Yeah.
it's thick enough to where it's not gonna warp.
Yeah.
Because the first one I did, it started warping.
Yeah.
Because it was like a quarter-inch thick and it was plywood. So
Well,
as
I'm
soon
sure it took a while to learn. How many have you made now? Several?
yeah.
So as you went along,
Let's see, 1,
each-
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess about 6.
nice.
No, 7.
7 of them? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Was one of the first ones that warped that you're saying?
Yeah,
or was
the
it-
first one was just a box.
A box,
You know,
okay.
like those.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
made those first.
Okay.
Those boxes that we were looking at yesterday. I made those first, and then I thought, wow, I could just make a fucking guitar out of it. So I did,
Yeah.
but it was a slide. It didn't have frets. I just had a steel top on a neck.
Okay.
And you could play slide guitar on it, which
Yeah.
is really fun too. But I mean, being able to fucking,
So, Steve, how much longer for you to finish the guitar? What else?
Not much longer.
Not
I
much
mean,
longer.
It's essentially done. I mean, I've got all the hard stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Fretboards on. At this point, it's really just hand finishing it. I gotta stain it. So this one, that's another thing I've been messing with is doing natural, rather than spray painting them like I did
Yeah.
the others. I'm just doing
Natural.
Yeah.
I like that. It's
So
nice.
this got stained with turmeric
Okay.
first for the yellow, and then a couple of different stains to do the red.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a little flat right now because I sanded it down. Got to keep knocking down the orange peel to
Yeah.
get it really smooth, but it's pretty close.
Do you name these guitars? Like I see a name up on the.
Some of them, yeah. Yeah.
What's the name on this one here? It says
What's a fiender? That's what I was gonna.
Fiender.
Tell
Okay.
Matt to ask about. Ask me, why is it called a fiender?
What's it called? Fiender?
Because I feel like a fiend when I'm making them. Like a drug fiend.
Oh.
Because seriously, I'm just like getting
You are into
get
it.
my fucking rocks off when I'm making these.
Okay.
Because
They're fun for you, yeah. That's for your artistic
Yeah.
genius.
yeah, so I was gonna tell that sad story about why. So I made the first one because it was fun, but the Jaguar, I made that because I'd taken my my Gibson that I'd had since I was a fucking little kid, since I was like 16. I'd always taken and pawn it if I needed money. I mean, I'd taken it to the pawn shop and pawned it a million times, but this particular time I wasn't on top of it and I fucking lost it.
Okay.
They're all, fuck you dude, it's gone. So I lost this guitar that I had for like 30 years.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
fucking sad.
That is a sad thing,
Sad
yeah.
motherfucker. So to make myself feel better, I made the Jaguar.
It's good therapy.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then I was all, fuck that guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, I still,
Do you have another one you played in this place? At the
No,
house? No?
I mean, I had that cigar box one
Okay.
that I would play, but I didn't have anything, so I was like, man, I need a guitar, so I made that one.
Yeah.
And it's most of it was like
Cool.
done in 2 days.
All right.
But it was because I was really fucking sad and upset with myself. So, so I did that. But
I'm really glad you found this venture for yourself. I
Well-
didn't know you were. I knew you were doing guitar, but I'd never seen them. You hadn't brought one into the shop
Well,
or the
it's
gallery.
just- it's
There's
just-
not a really need for it.
just
So,
for myself.
but
I
to
mean,
see it here in our store in the gallery now, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see you working with that.
But
And
this is the first one that's an original design, 100%.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
This one is another one of my pieces. Pretty much everything I do and my whole philosophy about any of my artwork is that I'm making myself happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't care if anybody buys this. I'll keep all this shit for myself.
I
But
like that. Yeah.
I mean, this is a personal drawing that I did. It was inspired by a bunch of different things, but I did the drawing again for myself, and then after working with the laser on all these different things,
Do you have a title for this piece?
yes. What is the title for this one? It's what was it? I had a few. I usually have a few different working titles, but
Yeah. Sometimes if it's very personal, you
well,
have a title. It's just yours. You know.
I think what I settled for in this one was when I the first time I saw Salvador Dali's artwork
Yeah.
in person.
Nice.
That's part of what this is about. So that's a long title.
So,
The
do you
first time I
want?
saw Salvador Dali's artwork.
Do you want to explain a little bit of the process in regards to the depth and how you created?
So after doing all these guitars, I mean, it wasn't too much of a jump for me to do all these different pieces and gluing them together.
and layering them out.
Yeah, because I'd already been doing stuff like that with the boxes. So I cut out each piece. Well, first, I had to get the drawing scanned.
Yeah.
So the drawing is about this big.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bigger, but I got it scanned. I took it into Illustrator, and all this stuff was in the drawing. I had it kind of framed out like that. So I just started going into Illustrator and creating each one of these shapes.
Yes.
So every one of these shapes was done in Illustrator. So I'm going around the drawing, and that's all stuff I learned from making T-shirts.
Okay.
Which is a cool thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I did all this stuff for work forever, but then I realized after working at the Makerspace, use makerspace.org, I realized that I could apply these things to making really cool shit.
Yeah. I'm so glad to see that. That's great.
Yeah, because I mean, it's really, I was just fucking so tired of making shirts, and it really rounded things out, you know? I came to a point where I was just like, fuck, I'm so bummed out that I spent all this time doing this shit, and what for, you know, after I got out of the shop. But it's kind of renewed everything, you know, in terms of screen printing and all that, you know, it validated it.
Hey, Steve, you want to talk a little bit about this guy? Looks familiar. Now I've known you forever,
Yeah.
and you used to have a shop here in Nob Hill.
Yep. So
Thinking
Press, yeah.
Thinking Press.
So that was
And I used to see him in the shop.
yeah, and then I had him in here for a little while.
Oh, you did? I don't remember. That must have been earlier on.
Yeah, for a little while. But I really got into sculpture too.
Yeah. Is he resin? What is
So
he?
he's a resin cast.
Resin
It was
cast,
originally
okay.
made out of plaster of Paris. I made
Yeah.
an armature and all that, and hand carved them. And when I was working on them, I'd met Kathy and Brant from the Stranger Factory. They came in to talk about some screen printing, and I didn't want to talk about that. I was like, fuck screen printing, come and look at this shit.
Okay.
So I made
Got him into that,
I
yeah.
had him come back and look at that, and like, what the fuck, who's this guy?
Yeah.
I think you're some dumb screen printer. So I got him into a few shows. I had him in a few different shows. I was able to do in addition, I did, I don't know how many, I did 12. I had the guy make 12 for me.
Yeah.
But I only sold one.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not, I mean, I don't know. I guess if I push.
Well, they're really nice pieces of art, and they should
Yeah.
have a pretty penny on them.
Yeah, they
and,
are. They're expensive,
yeah, yeah.
but you know, I don't know. Some people respond to them, and
He sure looks good up there behind, in front of all those purses,
I
like
know.
party now.
Well, and people just, the weird thing is that it's like a little toy,
Yeah.
and he's not. It's a handmade. It's art. I mean, I was asking, not even enough. I mean, the one that I did sell, I put out there for $250, and that was cool.
Yeah.
I paid for part of the production. It didn't even cover the production. It didn't cover my time.
Oh.
But again, it's not why I do a lot of this stuff. I did it because it was something I had in my head that I really wanted to do. Yeah, I'd love to sell them. I'm kind of feeling like finishing up. They've got 2 that are done right now, but I've still got another 8 that are in various stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. The three-dimensional figurine.
So he's a
He's
Humpty
about
Dumpty.
12 inches high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's Humpty Dumpty skull. He went to hell. And he came back. I mean, if you look at the story of
in his
Humpty Dumpty.
spats.
Yeah, and his spats. He's fancy as fuck.
Fancy
He's
as
got his
fuck.
bow tie.
I see vatos like this and come through with their hats, you know.
Yeah. So, and each one of them's different. I have one that's like a Shiva Humpty, and he's got 6 arms. 3 here, 3 there. He's Humpty the Destroyer. This one's just Diablo Humpty. The one that I did sell was more just the traditional one, where he's got a traditional looking suit and a top hat.
Oh.
But each one of them has a hatchet. This was added. This was an extra piece that I sculpted after the fact, after it was made, and then the horns as well
Oh, nice.
Those
Okay.
were-
Oh, that goes to the hat.
were made after.
So-
On Instagram, I've got a shopping cart, set up on the link in the bio.
Nice.
And if you look at my name, I do come up. There's a lot of Steve Lees out there, but I don't know. I am. There's some friends that have had some luck with Patreon accounts, so I'm working towards getting that set up. But I don't know. I don't know what the key is for a lot of this stuff. I mean, you can tell people and show people all day long, but I don't know what the rhyme or reason is for selling anything. It's just always, I'm always really happy and surprised when somebody wants
Self-gratification
something.
as an artist.
Yeah, I
Yourself.
mean, that's the main thing, I mean, I wouldn't do anything if I wasn't doing it for myself.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot of people pander. They second guess what they want to do based on what people are going to buy, and fuck that. I can't do that. I would never get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly, I like to do things if I am putting things out there, I like to kind of fuck with people and do things that are, kind of fucking with their head. Seeing all the other things I've done that are mashups. That again is my main gratification for a lot of things.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest.